Nick, did last night prove that Mahomes and the Chiefs are the best player and team, respectively, in the NFL this season?
Oh, no. That was proven in the Super Bowl and the playoff run. We've been knowing that. They just cemented it last night. Let's be honest. Come on. Listen, Seattle's a good story. Baltimore's been fun. We know who the best player in the league is. We know who the best team in the league is. The hangover stuff can now go by the wayside. And what the Chiefs did last night, Brandon, on both sides of the ball was send a message. On offense, you got Andy Reid drawing up underhand shovel passes to fullbacks, leak outs to left tackles for touchdowns. And on defense, pardon my language this early in the morning, they kicked the Ravens' ass. On defense, they let the biggest, toughest bully on the block know, you're not bigger or tougher than us, actually. You think you can run the ball down our throat? You can't. You think you can throw on our beleaguered secondary? Can't do that either. And so if you didn't stay up for this whole game, the final score is actually closer than the game was. The Chiefs had a third-string running back fumble. They had a turnover on downs on a fullback dive, and they gave up a kick return touchdown. The Chiefs' offense versus the Ravens' defense was a mismatch, and amazingly, the Chiefs' defense against the Ravens' offense was a mismatch, Brandon. So, yeah, I mean, forget the fact that Patrick Mahomes still hasn't lost in September. He's obviously the best player in the league. The Chiefs really sent a message to Baltimore last night that the road to the Super Bowl absolutely goes through them.
Yeah, so look, I need to address you, and I need to address my family and friends and guys around the league. They feel like I'm turning into this Chiefs hater because I picked them against, for the upset alert against the Chargers. Look, guys, I have nothing against the Chiefs. I'm actually in love with the Chiefs. I'm wearing this Chief red. It looks really good.
Yeah.
You got to give respect when respect is due. But look, listen to this, Nick Wright. It has nothing to do with last year. Last year is last year. Nobody cares about last year. They have to prove themselves again. And last night, they proved that they are the best team in the AFC. That's what they proved last night. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Have they played against the Seattle Seahawks yet? Have they played against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers? No, they haven't, right? So to me, those are the three best teams in the NFL. Now, they show that they are the best team in the AFC. They did that, hands down. You're right. And I gotta give respect where respect is due. When you look at Andy Reid and you look at Patrick Mahomes, this is an unbelievable duo. Because you have a coach, and to me, it's more about Andy Reid. We know Mahomes can potentially go down as the best quarterback to ever play the game. I mean, the kid is just now picking up coverages and understand how to read and, pre-snap and post-snap and figure out where to go with the ball. So when you look at Andy Reid, to me, he's the difference maker. You have a coach, and I said it last week, you have a coach that can draw it up. He's so creative, which is interesting because he's one of the older coaches in the league, and usually, the innovation comes from the younger guys, right? But this guy can draw them up, and he can call it at the right time. That's a big deal. Not every coach can sit on the sideline and say, okay, it's 3rd down and 3. They're 75% of the time in this situation, they go cover 0. They throw the entire house at you. So we're going to go all go. We're going to go double post, and we're going to have this matchup in this situation. So I think that's what makes Andy Reid and this team so dangerous and special is because, 1, he's creative, and 2, he dials it up at the right time.
Nick, are we ready to talk about it yet or no? You keep on pushing me off, pushing me off, pushing me off. It's like, you know what you're treating me like? This summer, my 5-year-old son would come up to me and say, Dad, we got to step our game up for Halloween. I'm like, what are you talking about Halloween for? It's July, dude. And then finally, it's now I'm like, you know what? Let's go to Home Depot and get the giant skeleton. And that's been me and you, buddy, because I've been waiting in meetings. I'm like, can we talk about Patriots Chiefs? No, Wilds. I think there's more meat on the bone. Well, we can kind of
you down
we can do that later in the week.
You're right.
Exactly. Yeah. It's been and then the other day he texted me like, Wilds, this game's coming up. I'm like, I know. Are we ready to talk about it? As Brandon's like, have they played the Seahawks? Okay. The Patriots played the Seahawks and we're 1 yard away from being 3-0. And now
Well,
you think you're going to do all that underhanded and jump passes and throw into fullbacks and throw into offensive linemen against Bill Belichick? Okay. All right, we'll try that. So let me know when you give us the green light to start talking about the real dynasty in the NFL.
Real quick before we move on, Jenna, Wilds, a question for you and then I'll respond. Your 5-year-old son, is that the one who for Halloween wants to go as Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes is his favorite player and draws pictures of Patrick Mahomes, or is that your older son? Which son is that?
I told you that.
Because I know one of your sons.
I told you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you that in confidence. That was a not for the show conversation we had. I told you that in confidence.
Listen, we can talk Chiefs Patriots starting tomorrow, and we can talk about them for the next 120 hours after. And then, Jenna, the Patriots will go on where they belong. That second tier of AFC teams with the Chiefs by themselves at the top, Brandon.
Well,
Wilds, you can no longer talk about Patriots and the Chiefs. No longer. Your son wants to dress up to be Mahomes. You can't talk about the Chiefs Pats anymore.
I have a text. We can put it on the show. I have a picture.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.